in that role. Usually I'm not really comfortable doing that, but we have to have somebody do it. And so, I know my coaches rely on me to be in that role. And so I just had to show like and just give leadership for this team because, sometimes it's gonna be like that. You're gonna be down and somebody has to step up and figure it out. And so that's what happened.
Yeah, what do you think that this little trip did for the team to, step away from home and come out with a pair of wins?
Sorry, can you say it's a little loud?
I said, what do you think that this trip did for the team just to step away from home and, come out on the other side with a pair of wins?
Yeah. I also it gave us confidence, but I also think that it's preparing us for SEC when we go on the road. I mean, it's gonna be just the same. We're not play, might be playing a tournament environment, but it's still gonna be on the road, and we're gonna have to figure out how to get a dub. And yeah, I think they just be able to get us ready and prepared.
Yeah. What do you feel like changed for the team from the start to, I mean, y'all trailed by 12 and then you ended up, I think y'all were up by 17 at one point in the second half. What kind of flipped?
I think our energy, we started hitting shots and then we started to have a momentum and like, okay, yes, we got this, let's go. Like, and then, coach over there is giving us a bunch of motivation. Our coaching staff has done an amazing job today, giving us motivation and telling us, hey, like, we got to figure this out. We got this, let's go. We got this and we just need to continue. And it just led on from there.
What was it like facing your former teammate? And she had a pretty good game for him.
Yeah, it was so good. I really miss my girl AK. It was awesome. She had a phenomenal game. I'm so proud of her. She made some buckets on me, and it's just all part of it. But it was so good to see her. So yeah,
Yeah, y'all were on each other for a lot of the game. What was that like? Yeah, I'm sure y'all done it a lot in practice in the past, but
yeah, yeah. It seems like practice all over again. We used to guard each other in practice, so it was just like we were just running it back.
yeah. I want to ask you a little bit about just the different looks that y'all saw from them defensively, how y'all were able to adjust, what you think y'all still need to
Yeah,
work on.
yeah. We think we're gonna get zoned a lot, and so I think that we're gonna have to adjust and learn some new like zone stuff, which I know we're probably gonna be practicing on this Friday. But just the I'm just proud of this team to be able to adapt to all the changes of defense. We haven't seen a zone this year in these last two games. So I think it was perfect for us because we might see that in our future. And so yeah, it was just great to be able to adjust.
Yeah, and then just as far as, of course, a lot of people want to slow y'all down because they know you go so fast. How important is that, just the perspective of y'all to not let that happen, to kind of just still be able to play y'all's game and, like you said, pick that energy up and get it how y'all like it?
Yeah, it is hard sometimes, especially if the other team's making shots and they're able to go set up. It's hard to be able to get the ball out and push it. But sometimes when teams do that, we're just gonna have to be able to be poised but moving fast as well. Like we could swing the ball, get cuts, still playing fast in our actual mode, but in a little bit more controlled setting.
Hey, Kelsey, just what do you think changed from the beginning of the game to the end? What adjustments were made?
Well, we had to make some adjustments because they mixed up their zone and went to a 3-2. So we had to totally switch up as part of our offense. I kind of went to some double low action, which we honestly haven't even worked on. So the fact that my players are able to take the coaching, take the instruction, and apply it. So that was a really good job on my players' part and being able to share the basketball. Once we were able to get the ball inside and out, it really did shift things for us.
Yeah, obviously you'd probably want to play better against the zone than y'all have, but the fact that y'all haven't, Taleyah said y'all really haven't even gotten to work on it that much. Just what's it like to be able to make those adjustments, I guess, in an in-game setting and still come out with a pair of wins this week?
Super proud of my players. That means they're actually trusting the process. They're trusting us to make those adjustments. I feel like both days that's something we've done a good job of is making adjustments at timeouts, making adjustments at halftime to put our players in that situation to where we're getting them better shots, we're getting them good shots, and then all they have to do is step up and knock them down. And I felt like they did that yesterday, and they definitely did that today down the stretch. Like I said, we struggled in the first quarter, but we're able to make those adjustments and share the basketball and get it where it needed to be.
Yeah, of course y'all were struggling offensively, and then it felt like Taleyah maybe took a little bit of, the lid off the rim. How have you seen her just from a perspective of understanding when it's time for maybe her to step up and be that for the team? How has that evolved since you've been coaching her?
I just think that over time, she knows me, I know her, and we have a trust that she knows when we need to score and when we need to get her a good shot, but she can also still share the basketball. So Taleyah just does a really good job of stepping up, and she's not scared to take a big shot and make a big shot, which I think once you kind of take that lid off, like you said, then it kind of allows everyone else to kind of calm down and be like, okay, we're fine. We can make this shot, or we're getting the right shots. You just got to knock them down. And I thought once Taleyah made a couple of shots for us, it settled everyone down. But I think the fact that she's a senior, she's a veteran, and, you know, she helps get our team going on both ends of the floor. She was able to do that for us tonight.
Yeah, obviously, going against a zone, you're going to get some outside shots a lot of the time. Did you like how many threes y'all did shoot, or were you wanting y'all to maybe attack the rim a little bit more?
You know, I think the way they were guarding us, it was a little difficult to attack the rim. I thought once we started passing it inside and getting that pitch back is when we probably took the best threes. So once we kind of settled into our double O and mixing things up to get it to the high post and get it to the low post, then we were able to hit those outside shots a little bit more easily. But I think my players can shoot it, so I'm not scared of them taking threes.
Yeah. Last thing I'll ask is, what was it like coaching against somebody who played for you just last year at Oral Robertson? I mean, she was a big part of their game.
Oh, she's a huge part of their game. I knew AK was a really good player. She was young for us at Oral Roberts, but I know that she's very capable of scoring at a high level. She can get downhill, she can shoot the midi, and she can definitely shoot the three ball, and she's pretty fearless. So I love the fact that, she had a good game, but I'm just glad we were able to come away with a win.
I think I did know, but it's like
I know.
brain hasn't programmed itself yet.
It's
for
okay.
every time I
Yo,
say
it's okay.
Evan, you good? You need anything?
Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. First of all, happy early Thanksgiving. Hope all is well. Congrats on the big win. Curious to start at least, ending that first half, the 11-0 run. How big is that at halftime to retake momentum going into the third quarter where you outscored them by 12?
I think it was huge for us to just settle down. And when we went on that run, I think it just kind of settled our whole entire team down, but it helped us to continue that into the second half to where we're able to build a little bit of a cushion and a lead for us to just settle in. I mean, back-to-back games, Taleyah played 2 40-minute games back-to-back, so us being able to slide back into that zone, I think also helped us with our legs and helped us to still be able to make shots in the fourth quarter.
I apologize if Ethan asked this already, trying to do 3 things at once, but curious, you go 2-0 kind of this week in Nashville. What do you kind of hope that the team can learn from this week, and especially with back-to-back games, as you guys are a little over a month away from conference play?
I think the biggest thing is that we can play back-to-back games and we still had our legs. We were still able to make shots and we were still able to play at a pretty good speed considering they tried to slow us down with that zone. I think we can also take away the fact that we were able to have to make immediate in-game adjustments, and my team was able to listen and execute that, which put us in positive situations in order for us to be successful and get wins.
Last question I have for you, Coach. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. When you kind of look back at the first month and a half of the season, what are you thankful for, whether it's the team, things outside of it, and kind of just as a whole, as, for some fun sound to run tomorrow for Thanksgiving?
That's pretty funny because after the game, when we talked about the game and I was like, hey, we finished the business trip, but I made them each go around and say something they were thankful for. And then they made me say what I was thankful for. And obviously I'm thankful for my family. But I'm extremely thankful for this opportunity to be the head coach at Arkansas and for this team. These ladies are buying in. They're a part of the foundation and the culture that we're laying, and they'll always be remembered as the first team at Arkansas that played for Coach Musick. And I don't take that lightly, and I love the fact that they're really starting to gel and come together, and the chemistry and the unity is is really coming together. So I'm extremely thankful for each of them for being a part of this journey.
I love it. Thanks, Coach. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.
Ethan, you good?